Welcome to the Big4AccountingFirms.com podcast. Today we're going to be talking about blockchain. Blockchain has been in Big Four accounting firms news lately a lot because they've been engaging in a lot of partnerships for blockchain services. Because blockchain has been in the news so often with the Big Four, I wanted to provide a summary of blockchain and why it matters to the four big accounting firms. First, let's go over the basics. Blockchain is a digital form of a ledger where transactions are made. Now, transactions can be in many forms. It can be in Bitcoin or in another cryptocurrency. It doesn't even necessarily have to be in a currency. It can be economic transactions. The difference between a blockchain and other transactional ledgers is that a blockchain is not recorded in any one single place. It is maintained by a network of people. The people on this peer-to-peer network are known as nodes. After someone requests a transaction, the nodes on the network validate the transaction using algorithms. A transaction can include cryptocurrency, records, contracts, etc. And after the transaction is verified, it is added to a block of data, and that block of data is then added to the blockchain. Only after it is added to the blockchain is the transaction complete. And some of the main benefits of the blockchain is that it cannot be controlled by a single entity. It is transparent to everybody in the network, and it reduces the transaction cost of each transaction. Now let's get to why do the Big Four care about the blockchain. The Big Four public accounting firms care about the blockchain for many reasons. It offers many opportunities for the Big Four. First of all, it offers consulting opportunities. All of the uses of the blockchain are not yet known. So of course the Big Four would love to come and help their clients think of many reasons where it can be used. This is especially true in the financial services industry. It appears that blockchain has a potential to undermine some needs of using banks. So the Big Four will first pitch this hard to banks and the financial services industry. Big Four will go in and try and tell banks that they need to invest in blockchain and embrace it to avoid some of their services becoming obsolete. Another area where blockchain seems to be valuable, or could be valuable in the financial services industry, is the transfer of securities. Maintaining records of security ownership is annoying and painful. Blockchain would be extremely valuable in this area. And I believe that the Big Four will be pushing a lot of the blockchain services very hard to the financial services industry. And this will happen for many reasons. One is because the financial industry faces the most disruption. And two, is because the Big Four make the most fees from the financial services industry. Because the financial services offers so many products. But it's not just financial services. There are also other industries that could be impacted by blockchain. And many of them are things like ownership, contracts, and even the health industry. One of the most interesting ones is rental cars and exchanging rental between people. The people in the blockchain would validate transfer of ownership between people. Another place where blockchain could potentially be used is the healthcare industry. One of the main hesitations is obviously data privacy, but healthcare industry is ripe for change. This is because in the healthcare industry, there are many transactions and many administrative costs. And the efficiency of a central ledger could help reduce transaction costs, and it could potentially disrupt the healthcare industry. Now, that's mainly the consulting side I covered. There's still two other sides of the Big Four, right? There's the tax side and the audit side. And the tax side, there's a lot of opportunity as well. Because like I said before, all the uses of blockchain are not yet known. And they will not be known for some time until all the applications for blockchain have been determined. What this means for the Big Four is that they will have ample opportunity to consult their clients on the tax implications. If a client implements blockchain service, they have to then understand the tax implications. And the Big Four can use their tax practices in that area. And this means they'll have opportunities in the federal arena, state, and international tax, since this is really a global currency and a global technology. And there's even opportunity in audit because the Big Four are going to have to audit these blockchains. Theoretically, you wouldn't have to audit a blockchain if everybody on the peer network is already doing that. But we obviously know that that's not good enough for public companies and financial statements. And actually recently, Deloitte has come out and say that they've completed an audit of a blockchain. And they're one of the first Big Four to do that. And what that basically means is they had to come up with procedures and come up with a way to audit it. And as the blockchain applications become known and they vary widely, there's going to be different procedures, there's going to be fee increases. So the Big Four accounting firms actually have opportunity across all lines of service. The most obvious one right now is consulting and advisory because the applications of blockchain are being discovered, and that's helping clients understand that. The regulations in tax and the regulations and the principles in audit haven't yet been determined because of that. So that'll come later on in time. Now let's go over what the Big Four are currently doing with the blockchain. Let's go over Deloitte first. I believe that Deloitte has the premier blockchain group right now based on all the information that has come out. Now, Deloitte has a blockchain lab. They just launched it in Dublin, Ireland. And this is a blockchain lab where they solely focus on blockchain and coming up with ideas. And this lab is staffed with 25 people, and it'll eventually grow to 50 people by the end of the year. The purpose of this lab is to come up with capabilities and proofs of concept for the blockchain that Deloitte will eventually offer to clients. Now, that's just the blockchain lab. They also have a blockchain team. And that blockchain team consists of more than 500 people and 9 development teams in the Deloitte Global Network. Now, Deloitte has developed more than 30 blockchain-related prototypes. And some of these prototypes include trade finance, digital identity, digital banking, insurance claims handling, and digital music ownership. Deloitte has also numerous blockchain partnerships. Some of the blockchain companies they partnered with are Consensus Enterprise, and Consensus creates blockchain apps. They've also partnered with BlockCypher, with another company called Block, a company called Loyal, and Loyal is a rewards platform that is actually built with blockchain. And lastly, they've partnered with Stellar as well. Now let's go over what PwC has done in the blockchain arena. PwC does not currently have a blockchain lab, but some of the blockchain services they are offering is they're currently offering a service offering through their de novo platform. And if you gain access to this platform, you can see all of PwC's current blockchain offerings and prototypes. And PwC was previously using de novo for advisory purposes and helping clients understand disruption in their marketplace. Now, obviously, blockchain is seen as a major disruptor, and that is why it's primary offering in de novo platform. PwC also has blockchain workshops where it'll allow you to network with executives and product owners to come up with blockchain solutions. In addition to those two things, PwC offers typical consulting opportunities where they come in, perform an assessment, and orchestrate a potential solution for the business. PwC also has some blockchain partnerships as well. They've partnered with Blockstream, Eris, Digital Asset Holdings, and Bitsy. Moving on to E&Y. E&Y is similar in they have multiple service offerings and really offering advisory services around blockchain. E&Y has something interesting though. They actually have a Bitcoin ATM in one of their offices, in their Switzerland office. And E&Y is also allowing Bitcoin payment on a lot of their consulting services now. In 2016, E&Y hosted a Bitcoin startup challenge among 6 blockchain startups. And 3 of the blockchain companies ended up getting honors. Bitfury received an award for best pitch and the best pitch was for a Bitcoin mining company. Adjoint, which is a Bitcoin company, which is a blockchain company, won the most investable pilot for creating smart contracts. Jack won an award for most innovative pilot for developing an operating system. It was really cool is from the startup challenge, E&Y actually ended up partnering with these companies to come up with solutions for their clients. And they partnered with Jack to come up with solutions in the media industry, and they partnered with Bitfury to provide blockchain software services. Lastly, let's get to KPMG. And KPMG has some key partnerships and some key service offerings. KPMG's key offering is their digital ledger services. And this is meant to be a full lifecycle service offering for blockchain. This means that they come up with a business case for it and they'll take it all the way to completion. KPMG currently has about 160 people working on blockchain full-time around the globe. And they actually have 80 people in New York working on blockchain exclusively. KPMG has the strongest blockchain partnership right now. They've partnered with Microsoft, and what they've partnered with Microsoft on is just digital services in general, but they're working with Microsoft to come up with blockchain services. And they've recently partnered with Microsoft to create blockchain nodes. And as you remember, those nodes are the nodes are what actually validates the blockchain. Just partnering with Microsoft is going to give them a lot more credibility in the blockchain market than partnering with a smaller blockchain company. So as you see, all the big four are investing heavily in the blockchain. Blockchain is seen as sexy right now. Whether you call it blockchain or fintech, everybody's rushing to this space right now to be the first to come up with the ultimate solution. And as you can see, the big four are getting there in different ways. You have KPMG partner with Microsoft. You have EY accepting Bitcoin payments. You have Deloitte actually actively building blockchain labs to sit there and come up with solutions. They all have different things, but they're all investing heavily, and the space is growing very fast. And you're going to continue seeing this in the news, and that's why we thought it was important to just give you a brief overview, brief summary, so that you can understand it as it's coming through the headlines. But also, as you look for a career in the Big Four, instead of considering the traditional route of audit, tax, or even advisory, you can look more specifically to saying, I want to work in blockchain. That's the wave of the future, if that's something that interests you. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for listening. Make sure to visit our website, www.big4accountingfirms.com. Subscribe to this podcast and give us a good review when you get a chance. Thanks again.